Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Wanted to do a quick weekend update as we move through some projects. So Masami 89 done, glued tires, complete, ready to go for the vintage race on the 27th. All I have to do is bind it to my Fly Sky, which I'll probably do this week, set up the trims and kind of get our base settings together. RC10T, red springs on front, blue springs on back. Got a number of ball studs in, so we will fix our little ball cup issue by cutting down some B6 ball cups and installing new ball studs. Getting that taken care of, but that will allow us to run our 3mm J Concepts turnbuckles and keep those at least. So we'll do that, and I ordered plenty of these just in case we need to maybe do a few other cars. So I still have some B6 ball cups, got a couple sets of those. So those will work out pretty well. Our Durango is taking shape. So ordered all the remaining parts today that I needed for that to get that pretty much done. Some parts coming in this week and electronics come in, I think, on Thursday. If you see in the background, our Triple X is getting ready to hit the workbench as well. Ordered some parts for that. Ordered all the electronics, same electronics that we ordered for our Durango are going in that. So our Protec servo, Hobby Wing ASC, and 21.5 Trinity motor. Did order screw set and bearings for that thing as well. Reproduction bulky body, so the exact same thing that Justin had on his Cactus Classic winner. We got on that, so we will be bringing, getting that bulky body in, getting that painted, probably putting 12mm big bores on there. I got to figure out the electronics layout. Did order a new bumper and a fan mount from Z3D. Have those coming, so we can get those on there as well, clean everything up. Probably wasn't going to do anything with the ball cups and turnbuckles, but the front ones are showing a little wear, at least on the ball cups. So trying to figure what we might do there. Maybe upgrade to some newer Lowe's. We'll see. As long as we can not do any permanent damage to Justin's Cactus Classic car, we'll see. So I'm going to kind of look at that this week. See what we want to do there, if we want to upgrade to some of the newer Lowe's ball cups, ball studs. We'll see. But we'll get some of the slop out of there. Everything else looks in pretty good shape. Diff looks in pretty good shape. But again, got to kind of tear that thing down to see what we're dealing with there. Our XXX's ready to go. Our fan graphite's always ready to go. What else? Upgraded our Tamiya. Got the actually aluminum idler gear holder in on that. Got the grippas installed on our Schumacher Cougar. Do have to print out the Mr. Bing rear fan mount. See how that differs from the Z3D. We may have to put a couple spacers on the fan because the motor magnets seem to catch the fan every once in a while. Congrats to Sam Ford and the Ford family for going down to BK Classic. They did pretty well, besides Sam finishing P2 overall in the vintage 17.5 class. I believe I'll have to look. I think Casey finished P2 as well in his class in 21.5. So Danielle finished third in her main. I forget which one it was. So good on the Fords down there. And I think that was Sam's. He was registered for stadium truck and short course, and I think that was his best finish. So maybe Sam is converting to a vintage racer from now on. We'll see. But a lot of good stuff finished this week. A lot of good stuff on the table. So obviously poured through our Durango, but the Triple X is going to get the most attention this week as we order parts and get that in. The RC10T, I'm not going to... I'll probably show a video after I get all the modifications done and what we did and perhaps the correct ball stud lengths at each location as well. But I'm probably not going to do a video switching that out because I know how much everyone loves turnbuckles So I doubt you want to see a video on that. You probably just want to see the end result, which I'm perfectly fine with. So we'll get that out there. Durango will probably have a final video near the end of the week. I'm just going to get everything done, taken care of on that, because 2 videos on that. That thing is pretty much ready to rock. So the Triple X is what we really need to concentrate on getting finished, cleaned up. Going to remove the shocks, tuck those in a bag, and work on some other things. Like I said, 12 millimeters. I got to figure out the shock setup we had on our Low Z22 from my pictures, or maybe my buddy in Australia can tell me what I sent him and let me know, so we can get a good base setting on that, get those in here. I'm going to have to figure out a shock mount, like either Avid or go with the Low Z shock mounts on that as well. See where those end up. And like I said, a number of the bearings have to be switched out. I am looking for CVDs for the back instead of the UJs. It's got some nice aluminum hubs, so I think we'll just keep those on there. I do want to try to move those outer on the arm, but we'll see. Already have 2 sets of wheels and slicks for it, so that's ready to go. And yeah, that car is actually in pretty good shape. It should come together pretty quick. I'm just lazy because if I don't have the stuff I need, like the big bore shocks, I tend not to pay too much attention until stuff's in. That's why our Durango got finished so quick, as we had plenty of spare parts when we purchased that thing that came with it. So we were able to run through and get that thing pretty much set up to the beat right away. I mean, I had the spare wing, I had all that. So I will look for, I believe I have some other wings. I know I have the front upper wings for the Low Z. I don't know if I have a rear wing that's gonna fit. I know I have some B7 rings, but we can't put associated stuff on a Low Z. It just doesn't work that way. So I will be searching for some Low Z stuff to keep Justin's Low Z all Low Z. So we'll see. But yeah, a lot of projects this week. So finish up the RC10T. I'll do a video on the turnbuckles. We'll finish up our Durango. I have parts coming in tomorrow, and then I think more parts show up Wednesday and Thursday. We should be able to finish that by Friday and hopefully take that on Saturday for a little racing it more. The Triple X, we are going to get a majority of all the parts ordered. I'm going to go through it this week, sort some stuff out. We already have parts coming in, so that's good news. And may have that ready for this vintage race on the 27th. May not. We'll see. We'll get it together, get it going. So I'm trying to kind of figure the electronics layout with like the battery brace and stuff, but we'll see. So that's the update. Congrats to the Ford family on their work down at Hobby Action, and congrats to Sam. He's put a lot of time in that B2. We've put a lot of time in that B2, just kind of helping him get that thing dialed in for a base setup. And I know Scott Spear gave him a lot of tips as well. And Scott's the only guy that beat him down there, taking the overall for 17.5. So good work by the Ford family. We will continue to work on our cars. The Tamiya is probably, I may take the Tamiya this weekend too. I know the Schumacher will probably be our car we take to the vintage race on the 27th along with the Masami, and maybe we'll just switch them out, or we'll see if someone wants to run the Cougar or someone wants to run the Masami. Because I kind of want to run the Cougar. I feel with the ball cups popping off, that wasn't a true representation of what that car could do. So we'll see him. Maybe we'll just take that, and who knows, maybe we'll just race the RC10 on the regular. We got plenty of springs now and all that, so we should be ready to dial all these cars in. So that's the update. Like, comment, subscribe down below. We'll see you on the next one.